In this video, I'm going to show you how to make these charcuterie boards. Whenever I go to craft shows, these charcuterie boards are definitely one of my best sellers, and they are very great for gifts as well.
All right, so before we start making these charcuterie boards, we want to make sure that we've selected the right species of lumber to use. I personally like to make these either out of black walnut, cherry, or maple. And I have an assortment of these types of boards right here on the table saw. You don't want to use oak. Oak is a hardwood, but it's open grain, so it'll catch bacteria, it'll catch water when the charcuterie board's being washed. Also, don't use pine, don't use poplar, cedar. Those are all softwoods, and if this charcuterie board is used to cut, or even when it's being washed, it'll just not hold up well over the long haul. One more tip when making charcuterie boards, especially if you sell these or you're planning on giving them away as Christmas gifts, create them in batches of probably 8 to 10. I'm gonna be doing this in this video, so it's way more efficient. Your setup for tools does not take nearly as long. I think batching charcuterie boards or cutting boards is the way to go. All right, so I didn't do this on camera, but I just ran all of these through the planer. What I like to do as I'm planing is put these charcuterie board blanks on my table saw or on a surface that I know is perfectly flat, and then make sure that I don't have any warps or wobbliness. Make sure I don't have any wobbliness in these, because that way when they're put on a kitchen counter to be used as a serving board, they won't wobble.
The next step is to draw out my patterns on all of these charcuterie board blanks. All right, so here we are after all the bandsaw work. On these charcuterie boards that had the flat edges, which I like these because you can prop them up really easily and display them, I went ahead and ran those ends with my crosscut sled on the table saw. The other ones that have the curve, obviously that was on the bandsaw. And so now what we're gonna do is do some sanding and routing. Before we start to sand these charcuterie boards, I would just like to ask if this video has inspired you to get in the shop and create something, or if you want to try these charcuterie boards, if you could just smash that like button. It really helps me out. It's free. And also, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome, and it will help me bring you more helpful woodworking content. All right, let's get back to finishing up these boards.
6.5 hours later.
So for the finish of the charcuterie board, I'm going to use this Watco butcher block finish. It's food safe. Really, any kind of polyurethane is food safe once it's cured. but this is designed for butcher blocks, cutting boards, charcuterie boards, things like that. So I just like to use it for overkill, using a 2-inch or 1.5 inch foam brush. You can get these super cheap at the hardware store, but what I actually do is get them on Amazon in bulk, and they come down to like 10 cents a piece. So it works really well for if you're batching. I'm just gonna stain or finish this one charcuterie board to show you, but ideally, remember, we want to work in batches. So you would want to finish all of them at the same time. And here we are, these boards turned out great. Let me know in the comments if you would make any changes or what design ideas you would have. This video has been helpful. If you could hit the like button, that's how you give back on YouTube. It would really mean a lot to me. And also consider subscribing. I'm always bringing you more project ideas.